What's up, YouTube? This is Isaac. Welcome back to my channel. And today we're doing a reaction video on one of the YouTube stars that we have today in the legal field, the lead attorney. Okay, he's got over 300,000 followers on his channel. If you haven't seen it, check it out. It's pretty entertaining. But let me tell you, the way he treats some of his subscribers. You know, you can only do that when they really want to talk to you. He breaks them down. So we're going to react to a clip. It's regarding, it looks like a subscriber that wanted to talk to him about getting a prenup. And this is something I have a little experience in. I've been an attorney for 10 years. I've seen a lot of divorce cases. And honestly, I've been married twice. And yes, I do have a prenup. So I want to see what kind of feedback he's going to give this subscriber. And we're going to react to this video. Check it out. Here we go.
Did you end up getting the prenup or no?
So you can get a prenup before marriage? Well, I guess, yeah. So yeah. No, we haven't gotten the prenup yet. So
are you going to get a prenup, Ms. Loss?
I'm planning to.
Have you talked to her about the prenup?
We're going to therapy tomorrow, or counseling.
You going to what?
We're going to the marital counseling stuff tomorrow. So.
Oh, you're going to marriage counseling. That's great. I got a question. Have you talked to her about the prenup?
No, not yet.
Nah.
Okay, all right. So this is something that happens a lot, and you know, I think as an attorney, we see it a lot more. You end up asking questions to clients, either on the stand or just in your regular day-to-day interviews with your clients, and it could be something as simple as, did you drink coffee today? And the person will say, well, you know, I woke up this morning and I brushed my teeth, and then I went downstairs. It's like, the question is, did you drink coffee? And I think it's just a human reaction that we have. We want to explain and give background to the answer. And sometimes we don't focus on the specific question. So that's what we're seeing here.
Listen, you can't Hafiz me. Shout out to Just Pearly. I'm a pin down. What do you say?
Look.
I say, wait, listen. I say, have you talked about the prenup? Oh, we're going to marriage counseling. What do I do? I give you credit. No, you didn't.
If I said not yet.
You talked about that day of marriage counseling. And I was like, oh, that's great. That's great. Circle back. Did you talk about the prenup? No. Why haven't you talked to this lady about the prenup?
I'm waiting to counseling, I guess.
Why are you waiting to counseling?
So
he doesn't want to.
You ain't even got no. See, for the person who says that, oh, we got such good discernment, such good decision making. When I ask you, why have you not talked about the most important instrument in your life to this person? You're all, what had happened? What you ain't.
Look, I think this is a relative situation to where someone is in their life, right? So I've had the opportunity to have the prenup discussion basically 2 times in my life, right? So engaged, career was starting to move, starting to gain some assets, and I brought up the discussion about a prenup. And it was a traumatic experience, like full breakdown, meltdown. Needless to say, we didn't get married. But yes, it was one of those things where you realize, like, yeah, I need to talk about it, right? And you just kind of put it out there and see where the chips fall. But it's not a fear thing. And I think that's as you get older in life, maybe younger. This guy looks pretty young. He might be 30 years old. I was probably 35, 36 at the time. I think sometimes the age thing will have a big impact. I think it's an easy conversation where you come in as a high net worth individual. I mean, I think that's a no-brainer, and it's the person you're dealing with expects that conversation if they have any sense of reality or they're a mature type of an adult. But when you're coming up in the game and you're starting to get some assets and you're starting to make some moves, and you're like, oh, hold up, you may have children from another relationship, another marriage, and you say, hey, I'm getting some things here. I have some assets I've acquired. I need to talk about this. And sometimes that reaction, you know, you can kind of be hesitant because you know what that reaction is. And that's kind of what it looks like here. He's tap dancing around the issue, obviously.
for the good. Where does discernment go?
I'm very intentional with the words that I use, so I'm trying to think of the words that I want to say exactly so I can say them to you. But I understand we're on streaming. There's only so much patience that's allowed. Like,
no, I got all the patience in the world for you, brother. But you don't need all this time to come up with 3 words. Your 3 words: I am scared. I'm scared. That's why I haven't talked to her. I haven't talked about the prenup because I think she might leave.
I don't think she's gonna leave at all.
If you didn't think she was gonna leave, you would have talked to her about this goddamn thing 3 months ago, Moose Locks.
No, it's just like, I'm just thinking of how. Well, for one, I would want to make sure I'm well versed in the prenup before I bring up the conversation. So
fair enough. Have you talked to? Because I told you how important a prenup was.
Yeah.
Have you gone and talked to an attorney since we talked?
Not since I talked to this attorney. No.
Which attorney?
The lead attorney.
All right. So after you talked to the lead attorney, who told you to go get a prenup, did you talk to another attorney about getting the prenup? Did you follow the lead attorney's?
No, I haven't.
No. You can lead a horse to water, goddamn it. You can stop mud holes in these. You can't. They won't listen.
Hey, credit to the lead attorney. You know what I mean? He has great rapport with his subscribers, and he really brings it as far as the truth and the honesty of the matter. Like the way his delivery to his subscribers when he has them on live is pretty funny to watch, because he doesn't seem to pull any punches, and to his credit, his subscribers take it and listen, and not everybody can do that.
Life has been going, man. Like,
I'm
moving a mile a minute,
Oh, you're moving a mile a minute.
There's only so much you can do in a day. I just came from a process chemistry symposium. I was there all day long. Like, there's stuff happening in my life every day, man. It's like,
let me ask you a question. In terms of your whole life, which is more important, the particular chemistry symposium or prenup?
I don't think that's a good question.
I don't. It doesn't matter to me whether you think it's good or not. I'm just asking you a question. Do you know the answer?
Which one is better?
Which one is going to be more important in your life, Moose Locks? That chemistry symposium or a prenup?
I think that the prenup could have a bigger impact than the symposium.
Okay, but when I asked you why you had not gone to see an attorney, you brought up the symposium.
Yeah, no, I was just saying, like, I'm constantly doing things.
Right, which is
all right. So this excuse that he's coming up with, there's always something else coming on. There's another reason. I mean, it's bullshit. Like, if you really have businesses or assets that you want to protect, it's a no-brainer. You make it happen. You make the time, just the same thing he has to do with going to whatever chemistry conference or whatever it is. You just make the time. It's a non-negotiable. The second time, and I think this is the ideal scenario, the second time I was in a serious relationship, and I already had a thriving business. I still have a successful law firm. I do have assets. I have a child from a previous marriage. She brought it up and basically said, hey, I don't want to be with you for 10 years and not be married. And I want to be married. Get this paperwork together and let's get going. And that, my friends, is the ideal scenario, where the person's mature enough and realizes who she's getting involved with, what you bring to the table, and gives you the clear signal of whatever you had before me, I don't care. That is all yours. I have no interest in that. I want to build something together with you. Now that is the ideal scenario that I was lucky to find myself in. But you got to make time. Like, if you're even contemplating getting a prenup, is because you already feel like you have things you want to protect, and it's negligence if you don't take the time to get versed, especially when you talk to someone like the lead attorney, 20-year family law attorney, and he's yelling in your ear, get a goddamn prenup and talk to someone, and you still don't do it. It's like, really, I think that might be a maturity level type thing.
So individually, the symposium doesn't outweigh the prenup.
Then why did you bring it up when you were saying that you didn't have time to go see an attorney?
Because I'm constantly doing things.
Okay, so let's talk. You said that your discernment. Let's talk about your prioritization skills.
Okay, we can talk about that.
All right, which is more important, the symposium or the prenup?
The prenup would have a bigger impact.
Okay, but you chose not to dedicate time to the prenup, but instead to dedicate time to the symposium. Is that right?
Yeah, I'm dedicating time. Yeah.
So you dedicated time to a lesser event than the most important event. That's what you did?
No. It's not like today was the only time. Come on, Lee. Like.
Oh, that's what they say. When I get them on the stand, come on, Lee. Come on, Lee, goddamn.
You're making an unfair comparison.
It's unfair. What did Muslak say? I don't like that question. Oh.
No, that's a bad question.
Oh, that's a bad question, lead attorney. Why is it a bad question? Because I don't want to answer
Let me tell you why it's a bad question. You asked me about this symposium, and then you asked me about you just opposed that to the
prenup.
The prenup, right?
Come on, it's priorities.
My initial response was I've been busy. Not just with one symposium, with several things. The symposium is just the most recent thing.
Who brought up the symposium? So if you would
ask me which one is more important, the prenup or your career, building your connections and all these other things, we would have to talk about.
Okay, I think he's talking backwards, right? So you're worried about this symposium, and he just said making connections. And man, if you're in the game like that, it depends on the woman too. That could be another issue. If she's not pushing this marriage thing, like it has to happen. Okay, well, prenup doesn't have to happen right away. In my case, it was like she knew. I could be with you for the next 30 years without getting married. Like I'll be she said it. She's like, no, if it's up to you, you'll stay with me forever and never marry my ass. So yeah. She's like, no, we're going to get married. Let's go ahead and get this prenup. So, it's also maybe an issue with his partner. If she's not pushing the marriage thing, it might not be a priority for him. He might want to keep building his business and doing whatever it is he's doing. That's kind of background we don't have here, but that may be the reason, because if your partner is really pushing for marriage, well, okay, that's great. We're going to sign this prenup first, and then we can start wedding planning.
Did you go to the symposium? When did you go to the symposium? Today?
Yeah, it was today.
Could you have gone to see an attorney today?
Well, I would have had to miss the symposium, yeah.
Okay, if you would have missed the symposium, could you have gone to see an attorney today?
Yeah.
Could you have gone to see an attorney today about the prenup?
Well, don't you have to schedule?
If you would have scheduled an appointment 2 weeks ago for an attorney to go talk about the prenup, could you have done that? Could you have scheduled that appointment 2 weeks ago and gone to see an attorney today about a prenup?
I could have, yeah.
But you chose not to.
No, I didn't think about it. So
it's not important. It's not important to him.
You didn't think about the prenup.
Yeah.
Even though we talked about how important a prenup is.
Yeah. So
you're saying you got a lot of discernment, but you don't think about important things.
No.
Oh my God. Listen, everybody was like, "Oh, how's Muslak doing? I bet he learned.
Come on, Lee.
I bet he learned. It's the same dude, man. I'm gonna stop doing these damn streams. Why am I wasting my breath? Why am I'm gonna turn into Hafiz and just turn on the damn men's. I'm gonna start talking to women. Where Derek Jackson at? These niggas ain't listening.
Yo, Lee, I got it. Just give me a little grace. I'm gonna handle it.
We talked 3, 4, 5 months ago.
Okay, but look, just
you ain't even talked to this girl about it.
Listen, look.
Yeah, especially if you didn't talk to the girl about it, but it's like a personal trainer trying to train somebody who ain't putting time in the gym, ain't eating right, and still wants to be in shape. And it's like, come on, are you serious about this or you not? This is leave on his ass.
I've been doing look, it is going to come. Okay, can you show me a little grace? It's going to happen.
Moose Locks, like, you a high value man. How much fucking grace are you begging for, dude? We talked months ago.
Look,
you ain't handling your business. For a man that credits himself for so much discernment, now you're asking for grace.
Look, so it's something that I've been thinking about, but there are other things that I've given higher priority than that for the moment. I still have time to dig into the prenup situation, but the things that have a shorter event horizon, I've been having to handle that first, is what I'm saying. Now, to your point, you said, could you have scheduled an appointment with an attorney 2 weeks ago and had it today? Yes, that is true. But I would have to juggle all of these other things that I would have to push them around. Now,
imagine.
All right, this is all bullshit excuses. I mean, he's obviously has zero pressure to get married. But this is what this is. If he's a high value individual and the woman wants to get married, the prenup conversation is happening. Especially if he's already consulted with the lead and he's made it clear you need to get a prenup. And you do have assets, you have shit that you work for that you want to protect. Yeah, that conversation is happening. But if he's not getting pressure at home to get married, like, you know, again, we don't have that background, then yeah, he does have time. You just kind of chill out and do whatever you want. But yeah, if you're getting pressure, you're having that conversation.
Imagine high value men complaining about having to juggle important shit around and letting important shit fall through the cracks, and then talking to another man trying to get understanding. Oh, I had to juggle some shit around.
No,
every fucking man that's doing, every important man has, listen, Moose Locks, every important man has shit to juggle around. You telling another man you had important shit to juggle around, and you letting the most important shit fall through the cracks. You should have been talked to this girl about the goddamn prenup. That's what we talked about.
Yes,
there's nothing that's gonna protect you. There's nothing that's gonna protect you like a prenup.
Look, Lee, I understand. Okay,
but you haven't done it
yet. It hasn't happened yet.
Why not?
You know what I'm saying? Because again,
you're scared.
No,
just say it.
Oh my God.
Just say it.
No, I've been having other things that have a shorter event horizon, and I have time.
He must be young.
Yeah, all right. What time do you get home from work?
Like 7, 8.
And she doesn't live in your same state, right?
No.
Okay, so let's say you get home at 10 p.m. Let's say you're home at 10 p.m. Do you ever talk to her at night at 10 p.m.?
Oh, that's usually when we're getting off the phone.
Okay, so you're on the phone at 10 p.m. When you're on the phone with her at 10 p.m., where are you? Are you in your house?
Yeah.
And at 10 p.m. your time, when you talk to her on the phone, where is she at? Is she in her house?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so she's in her house at 10 p.m. Her whatever. You're in your house at 10 p.m. and y'all are on the phone.
Mm-hmm.
And y'all are talking.
Yeah.
And do y'all talk about what goes on during the day, like your day's events, how your day was?
Yeah.
All right. And so you could have talked to her any one of these days about the prenup, couldn't you?
Mm-hmm.
But you didn't, did you?
No.
And it's not because you had a symposium.
Classic cross-examination. He's just kind of setting him up. He already knows the answer. You know, this is just attorney work right here.
Him to go to.
No.
It's not because you had shit to juggle.
Actually,
at 10 p.m. at night.
Look, that's when I'm about to go to sleep.
No. At 10 p.m. at night on some random Tuesday, you weren't juggling shit because you were on the phone with her, remember?
You can multitask, Lee.
Oh, so you can multitask. Okay, so can you talk to her on the phone and talk to her about a prenup? Is that multitasking?
So, look.
Oh, you want it? They don't want to answer. They don't want to answer.
Look, Lee.
Moose Locks, everybody was rooting for you, man. Shout out to Tyra Banks. We were rooting for you, nigga. You ain't changed.
Lee. I know you're here to entertain, okay? So I know you got
No, nigga, I'm putting you on free game.
Look,
I'm putting you on game. I should kick your ass off for saying that. That's so disrespectful.
Lee, can I I apologize. Can I say something real quick?
Yes.
Look, I'm not trying to concede your point. I appreciate your point, and I take it wholeheartedly. All that I'm saying is, I haven't put aside the time to do it yet. Now I understand.
No. Don't say it like that. Don't say it. Don't say it like a woman. Be accountable. Everybody in this chat is saying be accountable.
Look,
Don't say,
I'm telling you, I haven't done it.
Yeah,
you didn't
What
say
does
you didn't.
accountability sound like?
Bullshit.
I said I haven't done it.
Accountability says why you haven't done it. The real reason.
Look, you're telling me that I'm afraid. Could there be any other
I'm
reason?
telling you that people in the chat are saying you are not being accountable, and this is sad. You're making up all these excuses about you haven't talked to her about the damn symposium. The symposium was at 3 in the afternoon. You talked to this girl every day at 10 at night.
It was at 7 in the morning.
Okay, and when did it get off? When did it end?
Well, I probably left around like 7-ish.
Okay, all right. And was the symposium 3 weeks ago? Wait, let me ask, who brought up the symposium as a reason why they haven't? Who brought up the symposium talking about their business?
Look, I never brought up the symposium as the reason.
Why did you bring up the symposium?
Because I was letting you know, it was a point of reference for me saying that I've been busy. I've been doing things constantly.
You're busy during the day. You're busy during the day, but you talk to this girl at night.
Yeah, while I'm doing other stuff.
Why are you bringing up the symposium? No. Why are you bringing the symposium, which occurs during the day, when you're talking to this girl at night? It doesn't even make sense. You're not even making sense. The symposium in no way obstructed you from calling this girl and talking to this girl about the prenup 3 weeks ago. You're just talking to talk. And everybody in the chat hears it. It's not making you bringing up the symposium. It's the most nonsensical thing. And I'm not trying to blast you, but the prenup is so important. Like, there's no man that's going to tell you this in your fucking life. You don't have a man that's going to tell you this. There's no man that's watching out for you like me, and we haven't even met. We haven't even met.
Lee, I hear you. I appreciate that. I don't want us to get hung up on the
prenup.
On the prenup for now. Like, I understand that point. We have our counseling session tomorrow. I'm going to bring it up. I've been looking forward to this.
All right.
Come on.
How is you bringing up? How are you going to bring it up in the counseling session? Why is it important to wait until the counseling session?
I can't say that it is important.
Yeah, exactly. So you're waiting on some event and you don't even know it's important. You haven't talked to an attorney. Do you even know what you're going to ask for in the prenup? You're going to talk to this girl about a prenup. She's going to say, "Well, what do you want in it? Do you know what you want in it?"
Not exactly. I'm guessing that's something that we can jot down the categories of things that could go into there with the counselor. Like, is that possible?
All right, I give credit to the league because he's being super patient here, because this guy's just spewing bullshit excuses left and right. It's hard to take him seriously. I wish I knew more background about him, but yeah, lead is showing a lot of patience here. Credit to him.
I'm asking a serious question.
I try to help you guys, man. I really do.
Okay. Look. Can you hear me in this way? How are prenups like how can they be structured? And this is something that can be for the entire chat.
Wait.
Free legal advice.
Oh my God!
Was that a bad question?
Listen. You my nigga, man. Shout out to Moose Lines, man. Shout out to Moose Lines.
It's like, yeah, okay.
Oh my God.
Yep. Well, shit, there you go. All right, my man, the lead attorney. Look, clearly, this is not a high value man. Okay, clearly. Young, he's thinking about it. It might be a term of art for him right now. He might have a little business or something, a portfolio, a retirement account. It could be real estate. If you have a business that you're serious about, you're having that conversation. I mean, I think maturity also plays a part in it as well, but it's not really that hard. I mean, if you are a high value individual, it's a simple matter of fact. I love you. I want to be with you, but there are things that I brought to the table that happened way before you that I'm going to protect. All right. It's just everything afterwards we can build together. Great. But all this stuff that happened before you, it doesn't get touched. It's just plain fact, plain simple. And, he talked to the lead and he's bullshitting and coming up with all these excuses and this and that. I mean, I don't know if he's, like I said, he seems like he's young, but if you got shit that you want to protect, I don't care who you're with, you're gonna bring it up. You're gonna talk about it. Again, if she's not putting pressure on him to get married, if it's kind of like, we'll eventually get married, then, maybe he has no pressure to discuss the prenup. If he knows it's gonna really upset her and she's not really trying to put a timetable on getting married, well, what's the big deal? No harm, no foul, right? I mean, but if there's a clock on this thing, it's a conversation. You're gonna find the time to have that discussion, talk about it, and whatever happens. I mean, we don't get married. We get married, this is gonna happen. They could have an emotional reaction, but that doesn't change anything. But shout out to the lead, trying to give the young buck some game. I think he was more than patient. I think he cut him off pretty late. I would have cut his ass off a good, 4 minutes, 5 minutes earlier. But good reaction. I'm gonna see if we do some more reactions on the lead attorney. He's always popping up on my goddamn YouTube stream. So I'm gonna start grabbing some of these clips and doing some more reactions. All right, guys, please comment below, subscribe. If you want to see more content like this, please let me know. I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.